It was late Sunday night, and all I could see was the glow of my fish tank. I lay on my bed watching my fish swim around and around, and I started to hum to myself. I heard Mom just outside my door. "April, I know you're excited, but we have a whole week ahead of us before we visit Grammy. All I want to hear now is the sound of you counting sheep." That was Mom's way of saying it was time for bed. So I fluffed my pillow, pulled up my covers, and closed my eyes. It was going to be hard to wait until Friday. On Monday morning, Mom and I went into town to run errands. We got on the bus and sat across the aisle from a girl about my age. She looked at me and smiled. She was making motions with her hands, and so was her friend. Mom told me that because the girl couldn't hear, she and her friend used their hands to make words. Mom said it's a different way of talking called sign language. When we came to our stop, I waved goodbye to the girl, and she waved back, just like me. On Tuesday, we went to the farmer's market. We saw apples, plums, nectarines, and lots of fruit with names I didn't even know. There were lots of people, too. They came in all sizes, shapes, and colors. Some of them even spoke different languages, but they all liked shopping at the farmer's market, just like me. On Wednesday, we went to Dad's office to visit him. He works on the 10th floor. We rode the elevator with the lady who couldn't see. She had a friendly dog with her. Mom said the dog helped her get around. The lady found the number of her floor by feeling the little bumps beside the elevator buttons. Mom said it's a different way of reading called Braille. The lady pushed her button and got off at her floor, just like me. At the ad agency where Dad works, there were people rushing everywhere. The local furniture store was having a sale, and Dad's office had to get the ads ready for the newspaper. Dad introduced me to a lady who was drawing one of the chairs that was on sale. Even though she's a grown-up, she still likes to draw, just like me. On Thursday, Mom took me out to eat at our favorite diner. I always like to sit on the stools at the counter because she lets me spin around a few times before we eat. A man came and sat down right next to me. He ordered a turkey sandwich and a glass of milk, just like me. Before we left, I went to the restroom. While I was standing at the sink, a lady in a wheelchair came out of the biggest stall and washed her hands. I smiled, and she said hello. She handed me a paper towel and then dried her hands, just like me. On Friday, Mom and I finally went to visit Grammy. We had to walk down Main Street to get to the train station. We passed tall shops, narrow shops, wide shops, and small shops. I liked looking in all the different windows. While we waited for the train, I saw a boy standing by his mom. He was wearing a cool pirate hat. He was going to take the number 5 train, just like me. The train moved very fast. From my window, I began to see lots of places I had seen before. I knew we were getting close. We hadn't seen Grammy in a long time, and I couldn't wait to give her a great big hug. Before I knew it, Mom and I were walking down Grammy's street. We could see Grammy's garden filled with beautiful flowers. Grammy's neighbor, Mrs. Wong, had a nice yard too, with red roses planted in straight rows. But Grammy's flowers grew everywhere. There were marigolds, violets, pansies, and many other flowers in every color of the rainbow. Right in the middle of them stood Grammy, with her arms open wide, just like me. Mrs. Wong's grandson, Andrew, is my friend. He always comes to see me when I visit Grammy. We had a race from Grammy's steps to the mailbox to see who could run the fastest. He's very quick, just like me.